The Doods in Sacramento Uprising here in week number 1. This is currently the middle of game 2. Game 1, sorry.
Hello everyone, we're here. Delayed, but we're still here. So we've got two teams that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't know, Nation, if you have any information, but Sacramento Uprising versus the Doods.
As I'm familiar with all 6 of these players in the field, a lot of experience throughout the league here. I serve actually in a league admin for Sacramento Uprising. But two very talented playoff performing teams in the last previous seasons. So we're going to have some thrilling action here in game 1.
I do recognize Serve's name, and from the looks of it, these teams are very talented as we have lots of plays in the air. Mechanics are sound, so I'm excited to see what happens here. But so far, tied up, 45 seconds remaining as Sacramento Uprising looking to find some offense, cream off his own backboard, but unfortunately, no follow-up and a little bit of a bump play. This ball's just kind of sitting in midfield now.
Yeah, for sure here. 30 seconds remaining in regulation as we're still tied in game 1. Zoray pushing out towards the corner. Has it passed towards this midfield, but it's immediately cleared back away. So Dude's defense going to have to hold up tight here for the last 15 seconds of regulation.
That's right. Serve now had a clear, but Cream actually has no boost. Still signaled that he wanted to pass, but it's okay. Orave almost up for that, but Serve clearing into his own corner. Cream helping that out, but zero boost for him once again. Xero can't get a hit on it, and we are going to overtime here. 2-2 in game number 1.
So we are going to extra time. Game 1, this should be a 5-game series. I hope these teams are evenly matched up here. I feel like I've seen these teams play each other twice. It's gone one way both times. Scream, a new third player here for Sacramento Uprising. Is the Dudes also with a new third tonight as JR, their sub actually, subbed in here for week 1.
Yeah, well, game 1s, they can be a little bit slow at times in terms of both teams trying to fill each other out. That's a shot on net, but played off to the corner by the Dudes. But game 1s could be a bit dicey sometimes. We've seen an air dribble, almost a bump, but Cream just sends it home. No one on defense back. And 3-2 game 1 for the Sacramento Uprising.
Sacramento Uprising take game 1 here in overtime. A very close game. We have a long series ahead of us, Anton. It's a 1 goal difference here in game 1. We'll go to game 2 here. It's week number 1, a lot of thrilling action so far. We've only been here for half the game, so we're going to get a full game now for games 2 through at least 3.
I was trying to say there was twice I got cut off by these teams scoring and chances, but game 1s, they can be kind of feel-out games, so it's completely possible that the Dudes comes back here and, they figured out the Uprising, or the Uprising come out and say, oh, we figured out the Dudes, and start stomping another team. But I think the game 2 is more telling than the game 1, so I'm excited to get right back into it.
Yes, game 2, we are here. That was a good ending. We got to see right when we transitioned to the broadcast. We watched the goal go through to even the score. So an overtime goal does come in as game 2. We're gonna get things started here.
Right off the kickoff, interested to see how both teams approach. See if they're gonna change anything. Right here, Skyline puts a shot on net. Cream puts that one away, but it's a little bit crowded in the Uprising net. A few players just have to hit the brakes there for a second, and now we're off as Skyline over 1. Tries to get the bump, but unfortunately not able to. This ball is very awkward. Xero's up for this. Shot on goal off the crossbar. It's Jay now pushing it down. Orave gets there, and we're off to the races all the way back down the field. The Uprising get away with that one.
Yes, Serve and JR trade demos in the corners. Arrow slots one through. As the Dudes on a lead here early on. 4:22 remaining.
Yeah, it's Skyline. Beautiful pass mid. And is that Arrow or Xero? I don't know if the X is mid.
The X
Arrow.
is silent.
All right, the X is silent. 1-0. Doesn't matter though. What's not silent? That goal explosion. 1 goal for the Dudes. Uprising. Need to find an answer. As this ball's high up over their own net once again. Serve able to put that in the corner, but Arrow tries to read him, but doesn't quite work out. Serve trying to generate some offense. Cream is able to do that for him. Cream looking for a pass mid. That's to Orave. Orave off the backboard, but Skyline is there. We're going the other way. Jay makes sure of that. Clearing that particularly hard. Arrow's up. Cream is beating him, actually. Thought he was going to get there, but Uprising making their push.
Yeah, it's a game 2. We've seen the ball remain in the air for long periods of time as a pinch actually goes the way of the Dudes there. Serve, a whiff off the backboard is now Skyline an opportunity for a goal here, but it has to serve on the challenge. It's a whip
Oh.
from the defense, but O'Ray finds the clear for Sacramento.
Yeah, close there from that, but Jay puts another shot right on the net. Serve, able to get this out. Now he has 0 boost. That's him versus Arrow. He has someone to the left, but elects to just shoot it there. Tries to get some pressure, but Skyline treats it perfectly. Jay up for this. Looks for a double tap, but not a good setup for himself, and now we're going the other way. Serve, able to get a nice 50 clear. Has to use a little bit more boost to get it fully on the other team's side, but Skyline sends it right back. We're going back and forth here in game number 2.
Yes, already 3 minutes now to play as the Doods holding on to a 1-goal lead here. So we didn't get to see the first part of game 1, so we didn't get to see the lead changes. But here in game 2 so far, the Doods have looked a lot better on both sides of the ball in this first couple minutes of play here.
I completely agree. I've seen a lot more meaning behind the touches from the Dudes in this game, and I don't think the Uprising have an answer for such touches here. Arrow just sends it to the middle. Serve, almost actually punishing that play, but as I was saying, the Dudes, they seem to be understanding when they can go for certain balls and managing that risk. Here, Arrow gets a nice touch. He's going to go directly for the boost, and that puts Orave in a really tough spot here. 0 boost. Jay's in the perfect spot. Slots it home. No! Crossbar for Arrow. And we are still 1-0 here in game number 2.
Yeah, something I want to mention is the Doods have been maintaining possession and pressure on the side of Sacramento and maintaining boost control for all 3 players of Sacramento. All 3 players currently on 0 boost. Just the Doods maintaining this boost control throughout this last few minutes here and the pressure on the opposite side of the ball.
Jay able to clear that. As we see this again, it's always the Uprising are looking for these clears, and it seems like they are going to get good fortune as Kareem is just able to read this bounce down. Orave with a beautiful tip, and you just got to read that waterfall skyline. It's so tough, but now the game is tied.
Yeah, 1:41 to play in regulation as the equalizing goal comes through for Kareem for Sacramento. So we're tied in game 2. Skyline and Orave off the kickoff here. JR forcing it off the backboard is serve last man back. He wins the 50. Arrow looking to put it back towards the goal line. It is cleared away here by the Sacramento defense.
No, I think at this stage of the game, or even at this level of play, the intentions behind all the hits don't get realized all the way through. So what we see is sometimes people read for one play, but what ends up happening is they get put out of position, even if they were in good position, just because the intentions aren't there. Arrow almost getting a beautiful dunk there, but we're tied, and no blowout here yet. As Serve sends us down, Cream is up, looking for a bump, doesn't quite get out. Orave now in the middle, opts to buy time for his teammates, but gets bumped instead.
Yes.
Double commit there, and we're still tied.
Skyline off the post, an own goal! Skyline scores! It's the Doods, a 1-goal lead here in game 2.
I literally had just mentioned that we were tied, and Skyline comes out here. He actually misses the shot, but it catches everyone off guard because you don't expect a miss from that angle, regardless of how hard it is. You just got to cover the net. Trips up the entire Uprising team. 2-1 to the Dudes in game 2.
I'm not sure if that was a communication error necessarily in defense there, or if that was a positioning mistake made by the player who put it through as O'Rave tried to clear it towards the corner, but bounced off his teammate's car back to their own net here with 30 seconds left as Kareem in a 2-on-1.
Right, and I have to say, actually, one thing I did notice, Arrow's car looks like Lightning McQueen. I hope that's what he was going for. I actually might steal that. I won't lie. But I love that. I love that car design. Anyways, Uprising are looking for another goal. 10 seconds left. Skyline gets good possession, keeps a good 50 to keep that offense away from the Uprising. Uprising, in the meantime, our own goal in here is 3-1. Was this an own goal?
That was a complete clean own goal there by O'Rave.
Orave just kind of he's showing off his skills. Hey, listen, if that was the right net, I'd be pretty impressed. I won't lie.
It's a 3-1 scoreline here with 1 second to play. The Dudes win game 2 by 2 own goals to their board. Sacramento defense couldn't come through in game 2 as we'll go to game number 3.
Yeah, honestly, the Dudes really came out strong here, and I don't know how the Uprising are actually going to respond to this. It seems like the rotations, the hits, something's not working. They've got to try and compensate either with their rotations or where they're hitting the ball, because it seems like the only way they can get that goal, which is how they got the goal, is just being aware of where their teammates will hit the ball rather than kind of making sure that their rotations are justified. But the dude's doing a great job all around possession. The hits are clean. Everything's going well. Very impressed.
Yes, looking at the shots net here, the Dudes with 8, Sacramento with also 8, so an even shooting percentage for both sides, but the Dudes come through with 3 goals to their name. So they're now tied in the series 1-1 here, so we'll see what happens in Game 3. Is a good response by the Dudes going to Game number 3 here for this series.
I think I'm ready to watch this. I mean, game 3, I think, honestly, if I were to make my predictions, I think game 2 was way more telling than game 1. I'd say the Dudes go and take this series from here. But the Uprising have surprised me before, as they did in game 2, specifically the own goal. But that's okay. 0-0. It's anyone's game. 5 minutes.
Yes, 2 own goals did come through, unfortunately, for the Sacramento defenses. I don't think I've seen 2 own goals in one game, but Arrow already here creating opportunities. We see another double commit come through for this defense, but Sacramento going to hold on to the ball and maintain possession.
Xero playing third man very calmly, but Orave just reads them, and it's those reads, or it's the only way you can compensate for that if you're Arrow. Sorry, did I say Xero? If you're Arrow, the only way you can compensate for that is by just getting a good first touch, and that's so hard, especially at this level when everything's moving so fast. Serve almost threading the needle, but save comes out from the Dudes, and now this ball's pushed away. Arrow with no boost. We're going the other way.
Yes, both teams coming into the season have made roster changes, so we're going to see how that affects their play here. But Kareem trying to force the defender to go for it. But the Dudes' defense, it holds on strong here. There's 1 minute already off the clock in regulation.
Hey, Kareem actually had that defender beat and flat-footed that entire time. He just unfortunately hit the ball right where that defender was flat-footed too at that moment in time. So definitely would probably want to have that one back if you're Kareem, but he does have this opportunity. No boost though, as he goes off the wall with it. His teammate serve, bounces into Orave. Orave tries to get the impossible angle, and with 11 boosts is able to get this ball mid as well, and Jay sends a nice floater to the right side of the field if you are the Dudes, but still 0-0 as no team making any insane impressions so far.
It's still early here. Here comes a shot. It's saved by Skyline. It's just when you say that, almost a goal comes through here, but Serve trying to force it back towards the goal line. Cleared away here by Arrow as the Dudes hold on for another minute of play here. There's 3 minutes remain in regulation. And the game
Arrow past mid there, but Jay had so much time, but it's so hard to actually put that into practice and possess that ball, especially when you're in midfield and your camera's pointed towards that sidewall. It's really, really tough, but it seems like the Dudes are working around it, as Arrow going to be the one to keep this possession. Actually pre-flips and sends the ball to the other side, and now Jay is able to take up his boost and put it back into the corner. These are some insane touches coming out from the Dudes.
Yes, Arrow going to force it back towards this left side here. So we'll have one defender on. He can't get the 51 there, but Skyline maintaining the pressure back on the other side of the field here is Orave. If you get back to serve, the ball going the other way here for Sacramento. As a whiff does come out, is now Arrow demoed by Kareem.
Oh, and then Kareem actually messes up his other teammate. Skyline now has free reign on this ball. Serve makes a save, double taps it off the crossbar, and then taps it again to send it out of harm's way. What a save.
He has now served in an awkward position when he does make that touch towards the right side of the pitch here. Kareem up for the ball, a missed shot, as it is going to be cleared away here by Skyline as the Dudes. 2 minutes to play, the defense holding on.
Oh, Serve had plenty of booster on the sidewall. I thought I saw Kareem in the mid, but you know, with so many things moving, it's hard to actually commit in such an awkward spot. Serve now misses the boost, so he's going to have 15 on this breakout. Arrow actually pre-jump, so he's able to get around one. Orave now looking for offense off the ceiling. That's to Kareem. Kareem just likes to go off the backboard because he can't get the angle, and now Arrow will take this the other way. Blocked by Serve, and still 0-0. This game is getting down to the nerves.
Maybe we get another overtime here in Game 3 as the scoreline still tied at 0 goals apiece here. So we're about halfway through the series. Teams at this point figured each other out and what's going to work, what's not going to work. As Arrow, downfield air dribble cut short by serve as Kareem gets to put the ball the other way downfield.
Oh, that's a tough read from Skyline. Jay with a dangerous save, but cool, calm, and collected. Arrow uses up 70 boost for that, and now he has to go the other way as Skyline, last back, is able to get a beautiful touch. Actually takes both defenders by surprise, and if Kareem doesn't get there, that's a goal, but he does. It's Jay now right back into offense, but this is denied. O'Rave looks for the flip reset and doesn't quite get it. That's a shot on net from serve, an awkward spot, but Jay saving everything are both teams right now.
Is Arrow, another defensive whiff here with Skyline, able to get past that first aggressive player here for Sacramento. But Kareem back towards the corner. Arrow, last man back, will have it cleared towards his right side of the field with 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Is Sacramento holding on, looking to force an overtime.
Jay had a read there on that defensive third man, keeping in the midfield, but he didn't actually commit to it. That would have been huge, but 1 second left. Serve going for the double tap. We're going to overtime.
Extra time in game 3, second overtime of the series here. It's Arrow and Kareem off the kickoff. Serve going to put that one forward for O'Rave. It rolls off the post as we're still tied in overtime.
O'Rave, I thought he was going for the double tap after he messed up, that hit. But Skyline and Serve combine here for a beautiful clear back into the Uprising half. Jay will take full advantage of this. Arrow actually jumps for that, so that's going to allow this play to transition, and now Skyline gets another 50. This ball's just booming everywhere.
Yeah, Sacramento really keeping the ball alive in the air for long periods of time, which could come back to haunt them as one beat for this Dude's offense could lead to disaster for this defense of Sacramento.
Interesting hit from serve out into the middle. No one from the Dudes was able to pick that up, so we're actually going to see the Uprising push into the offensive zone against the Dudes. Serve now last back. He's going to take this out. He has a little boost. Ultimately whiffs and now gives Arrow plenty of space. Kareem actually denies him that space and then takes another 50. This is dangerous, though. Jay elects to play third man. Ends up being the smart decision. Sends it to his back wall. Grabs a boost. Called off by Arrow. Arrow connects with Jay, but it's just kind of moving at this point as both teams struggling to find something.
Yeah, his last game was 1-0, right? So I believe it was 1-0 as Sacramento almost scores there, but they remain scoreless for 11.5 minutes of play here.
Oh god, this might be one of those overtimes. I won't lie. Both teams look like they want it.
Now Skyline a pass down to Arrow. Oh my! Oh, that was almost insane.
Hey, it's that lightning bolt. It's that Lightning McQueen-esque speed that I'm seeing from Arrow. And he actually almost is able to follow up his own rebound, but O'Rave with a beautiful save, actually. Arrow gets a demo, opens up some space, allows some time for his teammates to get back, and that's exactly what happens here. Skyline over one, grabs the boost, tries to get it over two, back into the middle, but no, serve almost beats Arrow to that. A little bit dicey here in the second minute overtime.
Yes, 2:15 into extra time so far. Arrow pushing it downfield. Serve
Whoa.
will have to clear towards the midfield as Skyline gonna bring it back towards the other side of the field here. Has the full boost, gonna get past one as O'Rave, last member back. Here comes a downfall touch. It's gonna be off the post as we're still tied in extra time.
Arrow, that lightning bolt did not help out that time. He was fast, but colliding with the defense there. 0-0. Uh-oh. No way! An own goal to finish the game? Really? Oh my gosh.
That there. Skyline can't find this save. Sacramento Uprising, a 2-1 series lead.
Oh, that is so disappointing if you are the Dudes. That was an intense game, and it's just one mistake, one ball to go for it, and it comes down to centimeters. Literally at that point, it's still anyone's game, but this is Rocket League, and that's sometimes how it goes down.
Yes, looking at the defensive end here, Dude, 7 saves on the game here. Sacramento 5 to their name. So we're going to need a lot more offensive opportunities for the Dudes to push through for a Game 5. As Sacramento 1 game away from a 1-0 Season 8 record.
Both teams very even. Both teams very equally matched. The fact that it really just came down to an own goal says as much as it should. someone's just got to catch a lucky break multiple times or get some sort of lucky feed or pass or something. It's really hard to outskill the other team when both teams are so evenly matched. Someone's really got to pop off or something, but game 4, here we go.
Yeah, 5 minutes back on the clock here for Game 4. Sacramento just needs to win one more out of the next 2 games here. Zero. Lightning McQueen car design is O-Ray first in the challenge at 50, rolling the other way downfield here as the Dudes trying to maintain possession.
I will say I'm definitely stealing that car design 100%, so thank you, Arrow, but Skyline wants something to say about this ball, but is beaten by Cream ultimately. Now Jay will be tasked with the breakout. Does a great job, sends it all the way downfield, but Cream picks up 100 boost, and it's going to go right the other way. Skyline last back is able to do enough with it. Both teams just kind of playing back and forth right now. Arrow and Jay colliding there, as so far it's a lot of the same that we saw last game, and it's just back and forth, waiting for the right opportunities, not risking too much, not putting too much on the line, sending that first man up and then playing a little bit more conservatively as second and third man. Cream's actually able to get past the first man in a beautiful fashion, but low boost, low intensity right now in game number 4.
Yes, Cream going to push this one downfield yet again for the Sacramento offense here. 3.5 minutes to play, another bump for the Dudes here, but a lot of time to play here in game 4. It's Arrow looking to force it forward, but Cream going to take control as one-on-one to JR, but it's going to be saved. His demo does come through. Serve can't finish it off.
Oh, kind of ended up as a beautiful pass from Serve, but Jay able to take that away. Arrow is able to get the beat, but Cream is back once again. Cream has been back so many times, over one, 50ing the other. Steals the boost as well, but Skyline has plenty to work with. Helped out by his teammate, but Cream once again back, making a beautiful stoppage there in the defensive half, and now Serve is able to take this out, but not far enough. Cream is there anyways, passes it to Serve, no redirect. Skyline with the save, and we're going back and forth on every play here. Skyline with a beautiful dribble, that's off the backboard, a little bit high. You got a area here from Arrow, but not an.
Cream is going to score the first goal here in game 4. Sacramento, a 1-goal lead. The Skyline can't find the save off the transition by Sacramento, just right over the halfway marker here in game 4.
I'm speechless. I thought he saved that on my screen, and then it just teleported back. But wow, tough break there. And then the Uprising are taking that 1-goal lead and looking to run with it for sure. Interesting to see if they'll actually back up and play some defense, or if they'll go off on offense and try and score another. But oh my god, what a beautiful back pass there from Arrow, but Cream takes it calmly down. And just a lot of fast play right now, but not much generation of offense. I'm looking for a little bit more from both teams as we're over halfway done in game 4.
There's another shot blocked there by O-Raves. The Dudes starting to get a little panicky here. They're looking for more action here on the offensive end. They just can't not create opportunities for each other. This defense, they've been stuck on it for a long time here in game 4 and even the back half of game 3.
Reem sends us down, looks for a double off his own rebound. That's 2-0. What a crucial goal. Sets himself up for a beautiful backboard read. Double aerial, boost, arrow, Batman. There it is.
It's Cream. It's a second goal on the board for Sacramento. Dudes trailing by 2 in week number 1 here. So they're going to need a goal pretty quickly as Cream looking to make it 3. The pass comes through. It's blocked by JR. A serve, another shot, and then it's saved by Arrow. So Dude's offense now needs to get things going.
Yeah, close one there from Arrow, actually. He dribbles it towards the middle with low boost, but Skyline does all the dirty work here. Gets it past one, a beautiful clear, and now this sends it all the way back. Arrow with a tough aerial to get that under control. Jay with an even tougher stop at the midfield, and O-Rave takes full advantage. That's 3 goals on the side of the Uprising.
O-Rave slots in a 3rd goal for Sacramento here. 1:17 remaining. Sacramento Uprising a 3-goal lead in Game 4. Dudes running out of time now as they're going to need a goal very quickly to get the things back into this one.
Arrow could start it all here. Doesn't quite get what he wants. Jay, a slow roller off the backboard. Skyline sends it off the backboard, or an attempt off the backboard, but both his teammates rotating out, so this pressure will not be continued as the Dudes will make their continuing push. Serve able to beat out that last defender. There's 3-on-0 right now towards the net of the Dudes, but the Uprising can't get it done, and now Orave will calmly take this ball back, take a 50. Uprising have full control right now.
Yeah, Sacramento running off this clock. 30 seconds left of regulation as Skyline. The pass to Arrow. So the bump does get through. Arrow's going to save it as Sacramento remains at a 3-goal lead.
Oh, God. Sometimes it's not meant to be, and there it definitely was not. I mean... Okay. That was a fantastic goal. I mean, this is just uncharacteristic from Cream. He thought that bounce was going to go somewhere else, I'm sure. Skyline able to put that home regardless.
Yeah, as the Dudes finally find themselves a goal after just about 10 minutes of play. Skyline is shot it saved by Cream, almost back within one. But Cream going to put this ball the other way as the Dudes running out of time here. 10 seconds left. Back on defense for the Dudes here. Time going to expire. That's going to do it for Game 4. Sacramento Uprising, a 3-1 series win.
GG's. And Uprising did a great job. Honestly, proved me wrong. Instead of the Dudes going out and stealing the series, it was them. So I'm surprised, and I'm happy for them. They did a great job.
Yeah, so that's going to wrap up Week 1 action tonight here. Sacramento a 3-1 series win. The Dudes fall in Game 4 after a thrilling 4-game series. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see a Game 5 as Arrow almost peaked in the overtime of Game 3. But that's going to cover it for tonight. Thank you to Anton for joining me.